Hey, this is Dave again. In this video, I'm going to talk about a little trick that'll let you increase your productivity enormously when you're doing scrapbooking. It's a concept called quick pages. And what a quick page is a predefined template or pre-laid out template that you can just pop into ScrapPage Pro and add your pictures, and you're done in almost no time. There's tons of these things around. Now, let me show you one real quick. I'll just start with a picture project here. And I'll go up here into I got a quick pages folder here. Let's take, this one here. Start off with this. Okay. Now, I got this off of Pinterest. I mentioned Pinterest in the last video that I made. There are a lot of quick pages that are available on Pinterest. There also are tons and tons of these things that can be bought for very little bit of money from all of the digital scrap page forums or stores that are all over the internet. There's just tons of them. The Studio and digital scrapbooking technique and loads and loads of them. Anyway, what's really cool about these things is that they're holders that are already designed, and you can use like the masking in ScrapPage for some of them that are just JPEGs like this one, and really make a cool layout in no time at all. And I'll stick with my theme of my daughter, but I'm going to add a picture here. I'm going to go up here and I'll get one out of my class pictures. Let's use this one. I like this one of her. And when it loads, what we're going to do is just take it and put a mask on it. And let's get a mask that might be a nice little complementary mask here. How about this mask? This is a sort of a nice rugged little mask that looks pretty good. We'll apply that and then just size it the way we might want it to be. Say about like that. And now you could give this a title and you say, hey, if you want to. You don't have to give it a title if you don't want, but if you do, say the senior, and we could pick a nice little font for that, like monotype, something like this. Maybe size it up just a little bit more. Set it in there, give it a color. You've seen me do all this before, so I'm not going to explain too much of what I'm doing here. I'm just going to say, yeah, there's a nice color for this thing to be. And we'll outline it with a variation of that color, so a little darker variant of that color. So we'll set that on there, and then before we leave, I'll just give it a little bit of a shadow just to make it stand off the page a little bit. And there. And just like that, with no time at all, we've got this beautiful layout that you could have printed either for wall hanging or for inclusion in a scrapbook. Or however else you wanted to use it. Okay, so that's the way a scrap page or a quick page works. Now, there's all kinds of them out there, as I mentioned. Remember in that last video in the contemporaries, I showed you one. Let's start a new picture project here because I want to show you something that's kind of interesting. If we go into my quick pages again, I'll show you one more quick page of how you can use these things. Here's one that I made, okay? I'm going to make a lot of these things and just make them available to anybody that wants to use them. But here's one that I made, and it kind of gives a little bit of a skewed perspective. Now, how would you get a picture into there? Well, it's pretty easy. You just open the picture, go back here, and I'll get the same one just for sticking with the theme here. Let me take this. And I'll say, okay, there's my picture coming in. Now what I want to do is just move it to the bottom so it's underneath that quick page now. And I'm just going to blow it up until it fits. And once I say, okay, that works, bingo, done. That's all you had to do is drop that picture in there. It conforms to the aperture now. And, there you got your skewed little kind of a framed, slightly skewed frame offset from a background. In no time at all. Now I'm going to make another picture project here, show you another little different twist you can do. And let's open another quick page. Remember, I showed that one in the last video of a kind of a contemporary layout. Well, here's an interesting thing you can do with ScrapPage. I'm making these black and white grayscale kind of things. Now, this is kind of the contemporary frame that we use. It's a 5x12, and if you put your pictures in here and printed it, you could take it to Costco and or anywhere else and have it printed and buy a frame that, you know, like I say, for a couple dollars, and have a nice wall hanging collage. So why would you want to start off with this gray? Well, it's because you can color it. So I don't know, let's see what color we want to do here. First, let's unlock it and we'll select it. And I'll go in here and pick a color. Let's pick a color, something like this. Let's see how that works. So we apply it. So there's a, you know, reasonably nice looking darker brown maybe. And if you don't like that, by the way, you can always just say, hey, restore the previous image. I'm going to use a different color. So let's try blue. If you want, you might like blue, you know, whatever it is that you're after. And you can always restore the previous image, pick a different color, and let's stick with the brownish kind of theme here. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. What I do then simply is bring in 3 photos. Go back here to my pictures where I can grab a couple more photos of Sarah, which I always use, and we'll just pick this one, and oh, I don't know, this one, let's say. Okay, so we'll bring them in, and I think I'll just move this one down here. I'll leave this one up here, put this one down here in the center. Start off with that one. Keep in mind the frame is on the top, the quick page is on the top, so we move this to the back, and we say, okay, if Sarah sits there, everything should be fine for her. She's fitting inside of the aperture very nicely, and all I want to do, I might want to crop it so it doesn't intrude on the other apertures. Okay, so we crop that one. We take this one up here, do something similar, blow her up, move her to the back. Say, yeah, looks pretty good like that. Maybe trim it down a little bit so we get a little bit more of the surround. That might even be a little dark, so we can go in here and adjust it up, give it a little bit of brightness. And once it's there, now we can use her there. And we'll take this one and put it down here, and again move it to the back, and just like that, we're finished. And that's all you have to do to use these quick pages to make really neat layouts that, as I say, you can have printed. This would print out to a 5x12, and you could put it into a 5x12 frame and hang it on your wall. Okay, let's see if we got one more project I might want to do here. I'll just open another picture, and here, go back to our quick pages. Yeah, here's one. I made one here like a bunch of circles. Okay. Now it's hard to get a picture to fit into a circle when the circles are overlapping, because these rectangles they walk all over top of one another. But first off, let's give it a color. Okay, so I'm going to unlock it so I can do that and select it, and we'll give it a color of let's stick with that theme. That was a good color scheme, so we'll give it that. All right, so there. Now we've got kind of a background for this thing. Actually, you could make it even a little darker if you wanted to. Let's select this and restore the previous, and let's take this up a little darker. All right, so something like that. Actually, I don't even like that one. Let's I'm going to restore this again, and as you can see, you can keep doing this. There's no penalty for going back and forth. There, that'll look pretty nice. Okay, so we'll stick with that now as our background. And again, now I got 4 apertures here, so I'm going to have to add 4 pictures. So again, back to my class pictures with Sarah here, and I'll grab this one and this one, and that one. How's that? So we'll pick those 4. Once they load, now I'm playing a trick here with ScrapPage, something that you need to know that goes with these ovals. It goes with any oval. It does not specific to these ovals. But let me start off with the one that we were working with before. I'll put it up here, and I'm going to move it to the back. All right, so it'll be in the behind everything. Now, what I want to do is I need to crop this thing, and I'm going to crop it in a very special way, and that is that I want to make sure that the crop lines that you can see right here, here, and here, and not this one down here yet, but that these things all are going to line up with the inner part of the oval frame. So to do that, I'm just going to stick this up here in this corner like this, and bring this down to now where you can see the crop line going through here, through here, through here, and through here. It's inside of the frame, and I tell it OK. All right, now it still doesn't fit because it's still a rectangle, but I can go up here to my masking tool now, take an oval, stick it on there, apply it, and it will now cut the whole thing down to where it's exactly inside of that frame. Very simple to do. Here, we'll do another one. We'll put this one over here, move it to the back. So I just say, all right, fine, I want Sarah to sit something like that. All I got to do now is take my masking tool and make sure that the lines of the mask, or the cropping tool rather, and make sure that the lines of the cropping tool are inside the oval. Okay, inside there, and it doesn't have to be anywhere. Just try to get it sort of in the middle. But inside there, you tell it OK. It's now cropped. Now we go up here, open the mask one more time, get the oval, put it on here, apply it, and just like that it fits. So you just keep doing these things until you have them all in place. We'll do another one over here. We'll set her something like that. Again, she's be intruding on this particular frame down here if we didn't do something about it. So if we go up here and we say I'm going to set my crop tool so that that fits in there, that fits in there, and that fits down here. And again, it doesn't have to be precise. It's now cropped correctly. We'll go up here for our mask. We use an oval mask and put it on her and apply it. And there, she now fits in there very nicely. And we got one more to do, and I'll just do this real quickly. Let's just say that we're happy with it looking about like that. Then I can say, all right, fine, I'll crop this guy off. I probably don't even really have to do that with this one because it lies behind, it's the bottom one, so it lies behind everything. But I'll do it anyway, just so you see one more time what I'm doing here. Actually, I overcropped that one. Incidentally, if you do an overcrop, you can always restore the image. That's kind of a good thing to know, that you can just very simply recall the original image anytime you want to in ScrapPage. So let's set that there. Now I'll do that crop again and maybe not mess it up this time. We'll just go over here and make sure that my crop rectangle is inside, 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 and inside. Tell it OK. And go up here now to the mask. Get my oval mask. Put it on there on the full size of the image. Apply it. And there, all of the photos now sit within the apertures, the oval apertures. Some of them closely to circles, others more oval. Some of them oriented more to the vertical rather than to the horizontal, and some of them tilted. So you can easily stick these pictures around in these quick pages. And as I say, this quick page was started out as one of the, as you can see, we did this. I could restore that image, by the way, if I wanted to change the color for some reason now. I could say, yeah, you know, I didn't really like that color. Let's make it more of a rose color, okay? So we can say, fine, let's make it more of a rose shade, and that's what it would look like then. All right, so all of these things are really possible to put very, very sophisticated pictures together in very little time using quick pages. And again, you can get these things all over the internet from many, many stores like Snickerdoodle Designs and others that are just all over the place selling either kits of elements or fully complete page layout quick pages like this one. And I'm going to make a bunch of them and make them available too. So until the next time, this is Dave. Bye-bye.